First thing I remember, slow, steady, machines keeping me alive. The room was cold. The lights were bright. My body felt wrong, weak, heavy. I tried to move and pain shot through my body. And then I heard a voice. I turned my head and I seen my mother sitting beside me, gripping my hand like she was afraid to let go. I tried to speak, but nothing came out. I swallowed hard. I was confused. My throat felt raw, like something had been taken from me. I reached up and I felt it, a tube coming out of my neck, keeping me breathing. Again, I tried to ask, I tried to understand, but I had no words, just fear, just panicking. And my mom spoke for me. She took a deep breath, blinked fast like she was holding back tears, and said the words that changed everything for me. You fell from a 4-story window. You shouldn't be here. And in that moment, it all came rushing back to me. I had been blacked out drunk again, but this time I didn't wake up with regret. I woke up barely alive. Me and my mom had already been through so much together, sleeping in on couches, living in and out of motels. And I remember living in a motel room, her saying the same thing to me again and again. It'll be greater later. That was her promise. That was her prayer, her belief that one day we would make it out. But here we were again. And we weren't in the hospital. We weren't in a motel room. Now we're in the hospital. And I had put her there. I didn't drink because I loved alcohol. I drink because I know else to feel seen. Growing up, me and my mother were homeless. My father wasn't in my life. I learned to make myself small, to not be a burden. And when you feel like you don't belong, you search for something that makes you feel like you do. And for me, that was alcohol. It made me the life of the party. It made me feel wanted. It made me feel enough. So I drank. I drank until I blacked out. I drank until I had numbed and didn't have to feel. I continued on the cycle for 7 years. 7 years of waking up with regret. 7 more years of breaking promises to myself. 7 years of trying to outrun the one thing I could never escape, myself. And I woke up one day, this time not in a hospital bed, but in my own pain, in my own reality. I was tired. Tired of lying to myself, tired of breaking my own promises, tired of seeing the look on my mother's face, wondering if the next call she got would be the one every mother fears. So I made a choice. No more tomorrows, no more one more, no more lying to myself. Getting sober wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't some magical moment where everything suddenly got better. It was ugly. It's hard. It's lonely. But every time I thought about quitting, I heard my mom's voice in my head. It'll be greater later. And this time I wasn't hoping for it. I was fighting for it. So I started pouring my energy into something that built me up instead of broke me down. Fitness became my new escape. Instead of breaking myself down, I started rebuilding. Instead of running from my pain, I faced it. Instead of numbing, I healed. Now, maybe you didn't fall from a 4-story window. Maybe your rock bottom looks different. But what I do know is that we all fall. Question is, what are you going to do when you hit the ground? Will you stay there or will you rise? I used to think strength was about never falling. But then I realized it's about choosing to get up again and again until you look in that mirror and finally realize that person staring back at you. At the end of the day, we all have a choice. You can choose to use your tragedy to be a victim or to be victorious. I made my choice. Today, you make yours. All right.